eHome, they also went 3-0, but they got 2-0'd by Vici, and Royal Never Give Up. Like, they got 2-0'd by CDC as well. Like, they didn't really look that good, and now they have roster swaps. Like, it's kind of weird. It's definitely like a weird day of 2BO3s. I'm not gonna try and overhype it or sell it or anything. I'm very interested to see how these roster swaps affect Royal Never Give Up, especially
Mm.
after they're going up against a very solid eHome, or what should be a solid eHome team. But again, one of those things where it's like a new day. What eHome are we gonna see now? Because after yesterday, it's like realistically, what eHome are we gonna see? Are we gonna see the eHome that 3-0'd the group? Are we gonna see the eHome that kind of fell over and died in under an hour to Vici?
Yeah, it was pretty poor, wasn't it? Let's be
Yeah,
honest. So I'm expecting better things from all these teams today, especially now it's their tournament lives, right?
yeah. It's the first
This is everything.
elimination day.
Yeah, this is everything to play for now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think moving forward, I would like to see IG and EG. Sorry, I keep saying EG instead of eHome. IG and eHome the most at
Yeah.
least for these two series, like moving on into the tournament. But there's been not too much between them in these playoffs so far. I feel like we've seen a lot of poor performances in the playoffs. So
Mm.
time to sort it out, guys.
Yeah, it's now or never. And for IG Aster, it's like Aster's kind of disappointed. They only won one BO3, and that was against SAG. And then they got a game off Vici, but at the same time, like I don't know, like it was Vici on a day they struggled. So I just like I don't know if I see them even beating IG. They got 2-0'd by IG to start the entire event off. Like I kind of just expect that to happen again.
Hmm.
But obviously that's not fair to Aster.
I think it is.
Okay.
I
Fair enough.
expect IG to 2-0 as well. I think they're the better team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the series we saw yesterday from not yesterday, so the day before from Aster. I know, like they looked okay, but Vici looked like them and Vici both looked pretty poor. I think.
Yeah. And then Vici yesterday
Um,
looked amazing.
mhm.
I guess it comes down to like for me for Aster, it feels like the way they play is very hung up on how they draft. Like this early anti-mage ban from IG, I think is very big. Aster have only won a couple of games, and I'm pretty sure the games they have won have included anti-mage.
Yeah, it's
Um,
always it's always S Triple C playing these hardcore farmers, isn't it?
yeah.
It's him flash farming them up. Like I think these like specters, sorry, not specters, TVs, AMs, Nagas are the big ones coming to this series for both the teams, to be honest. And we've talked about IG's morphling as well. I think they didn't obviously get the win with it yesterday, but I don't think that
Mhm.
was the morphling's fault in its own. So I think no matter what happens here, I said it yesterday as well. I think you always just second phase ban the morphling because they play so well with it,
Mhm.
and it's such a pain to deal with.
Yeah, when you've got a team that can play it in multiple roles, and it not just okay they play it in multiple roles, but they play it really well in multiple roles, and it's something that I'm hung up on, and something that I'll repeat every single time we talk about the Morphling and IG. But Fly and Emo play Morphling like it's their best hero. Like for
Mm.
Fly, I think the discussion can be made that probably his Jug is his best hero, um, and maybe one other. But it does seem like Morphling is played at such a high skill level for Emo and Fly, and it's like how can you even give that up to them?
Hmm.
So
So coming into this draft now, though, I was surprised they decided not to pick the Mars with the Phoenix for IG in the first phase.
mm,
Like they picked the solid laning support instead, which is okay. And again, I thought they might pick something like OGA as well, but they go for the Bane. I feel like we hardly saw this hero like for most of last patch, and then towards the end it started to get like picked up a little bit more. And now coming into this patch again, it still seems to be like a a staple for a lot of teams. They just like playing the hero. And I think we've had this conversation before. I feel like POS 5 players on each team, they always like different heroes. Like they always just prefer something different, whether it's like ogres or banes or witch doctors. So you were saying we haven't seen any witch doctor, it feels like, in the whole, in the China region in ages.
Yeah, and it was like very like popular when I was doing BTS America and Beyond Epic for China. Like it seemed like that was a staple pick, and then all of a sudden, it's gone. And I think Witch Doctor offers so much in the lane still. Like it's so shocking to me that teams have just kind of like been like, oh, whatever. Like the Maledict early, the level 2 Maledict and Cask, like I'm surprised. I'm so surprised with some of these teams that want to play like aggressive in their lane or go for an aggressive tri lane, and you're not going for the Witch Doctor. Like why not? It doesn't make sense. It's so surprising because I'm pretty sure he hasn't been picked at all this event.
No, I don't
If
think
not,
so.
like maybe once.
And Aster go for their staple position 5 that they really like, this Oracle. I feel like they really like the hard save, and then they get like some roaming POS 4 a lot. DK, all right. I think the DK pick's nice. IG can flex this hero so well.
Yeah.
It's really good if they have to lane it up against the Quap as well if needed. It's sad that braces don't give you magic resistance anymore, but it's still not a bad hero at all. And you're Phoenix DK now, so Sunray. I feel like we've talked about that so many times.
Yeah. Phoenix, well, he's been in all but 2 games, I think. But yesterday we did see IG play the DK, and it was the last game of the day, and it was something we mentioned off stream because there was somebody in chat who mentioned it, that the item progression for Fly on that DK just really didn't make sense. Like he could have gone with Maelstrom or something else instead of going Midas, Blink Dagger, BKB, because he had the Ogre on his team. And now this time he doesn't have that Ogre, and I guess now that build would make a little bit more sense if you were to do so, because you were getting Bloodlust regardless from that Ogre every single time.
Yeah, he was missing that damage item, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what it was, as long as he'd had one. That attack speed just goes up so much in value from the Bloodlust. I'm wondering what core they want to play up against this TB as like their go-to, because something like Ember's still in the pool. I don't know how much I like it. Like Void Spirit is still pretty good here as well. It allows you to jump the back lines with like the Oracle and the Shaker. And then I think you flex pick your DK to the last part of the draft, but because you're picking 2 heroes now, effectively, right? You might feel like you need to pick up your win condition hero before the bans.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that Kunkka pick.
I like that as well. I feel like it's been banned almost every game.
It usually gets banned in that second phase, but they had to ban the Puck, the Viper, and the Morphling. Like you have to get rid of that Morphling. So it opens it up for them, and IG, they don't ban it because they want it, obviously.
Yeah, and the Puck and the Viper are so good up against Queen of Pain, so they're just covering themselves with that pick. I actually like the Zeus ban as well. I think it's something I've seen IG play before. It's really good up against Terrorblade. I think that we're likely to see JT play the offlane DK here, and then they pick a different POS 1.
Yeah, he's played it a couple times this event. He's looked pretty good with it. It wouldn't be too much of a shock that if that still leaves a position 1 open. Like, could you see a Nature's Prophet come out for IG?
I feel like they need more like hard burst. I don't know.
Does that Timber? Maybe they're going off lane Treant Protector. I wouldn't mind that. He kind of went like high in popularity, and then just he hasn't been picked either because there were teams struggling to get past his heal. And then like 1 or 2 games he got beat, or no, 1 game he got beat because he's got an 80% win rate after 5, and then he wasn't picked up again after that.
I wouldn't mind something like oh, I was gonna say PL. Never mind.
Missed your opportunity.
Or like maybe Aster or something here for IG. But it feels really rubbish against TV because of the armor. They could still go like Bat Rider or something if they wanted to, but the problem is they're laning against Oracle, right?
Ooh. So the Firefly Slark, and we're talking about heroes that are probably better than his Morphling. I would want to think that his Slark is better, but there are like I've seen both ends of the spectrum with him and Slark, and this is actually the first Slark pick of the event. I've seen Firefly struggle in lane with Slark, where he dies a couple of times in odd spots, but I've also seen him really dominate with that hero, and their lockdown isn't amazing to deal with this Slark.
No, I thought about Slark, but I didn't know how good it would be. Like, it's an okay cortical matchup because you have the Shadow Dance, so he can never sunder you. So, like, if you ever get him low and you get on top of him, you can just kill him off without any, like, real, like, counterplay.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder what they go... I feel like, yeah, like you said, I feel like they need a little bit more lockdown now. But they're also in, this really weird position where they have to lane up against the Slark. So whatever you... I mean, they could put Queen of Pain there, but, he has Dark Pact to take off the dagger as well. I think Bane just bullies Queen of Pain really hard.
Would it be worth throwing XSS on that Earthshaker? I guess not if they're going to go to Beastmaster, but it's still, I don't know if that's enough.
I feel like this hero has been so poor whenever we've seen it. Like,
yeah, it's just not enough. Like the Primal Roar doesn't feel good. He just
like it's obviously it's good with their TB. Like it buffs it up, right? The attack speed is nice. It just feels like ever since Necrobook got changed, so it doesn't farm creeps as quickly now. Beastmaster just lacks a little bit. We don't ever really see it top of net worth anymore at like that 15-minute mark kind of thing. Where some games that you just used to take over.
It seems like the Beastmaster is a bit slow now. Where it was very quick to that Necro 3, very quick to the Helm of the Dominator in the Necro 3, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, we're playing Zoo lineup and we're going to get pushed in real hard. But it doesn't feel like that progression is still there. Like that impact is, 15 minutes, all of a sudden you're like, oh, Beastmaster's got Necro 3 and Helm of the Dominator? What's going on? Jesus. We lose.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Yeah, I think I prefer IG's. I think I prefer IG's lineup. I think the Beastmaster's good at like amping the attack speed to deal with the egg as well, which is something. But I don't trust in this Beastmaster Shaker lane. Unless they try and get the Beastmaster in like a 1v1 against the DK or something, and then try and like aggro try with the TB. But I mean, that doesn't sound good either. Probably sounds better. But... yeah, they're just going to play standard lanes on Aster. I think this Slark's just going to get free farm at the start of the game.
Yeah. What does XSS do to stop this Slark?
Like, he has boards and stuff, it's okay, but the thing is, I think the Bane just wins the lane here. Like, I think he just bullies the Beastmaster the whole time, and the Shaker's probably going to try and cut waves and things. But if he does, Bane will just take Nightmare at level 1, and then just stop him from, like, pulling away, right?
It's... I think it sets up really well in the 5-5 Bane lineup. You're not too careful, like, you're going to get pounced. The lockdown's there. The aggression is there. The brain sap harassment, and if Fly gets enough essence shift, like, you're in trouble.
I'm interested to see what item build Emo goes for as well. It's not an awful Halberd game, but he might go for like Radiance, he might go for Armlet. There's a few different things he can do here. Maybe he goes Orchid, which is what we've seen some of the Kunkkas go. Because you farm it so quickly on that hero. Like, you get that Orchid at such a ridiculous timing, and then imagine you get like a rotation onto one of the cores of like Quap or TB, and you have so much burst damage to follow up from the Orchid, they just die every single time.
Yeah, Queen Napina and Kunkka are going to go Orchid, most likely.
Oh, Mofaro Daily Terrorblade update. I tried to play it again last night. And, it went better, but we still lost.
Production, can we just cast Mofaro's games
Oh no, don't do that.
on this channel?
I was trying really hard to learn it, and it
30
just
seconds
it was
to
awful.
battle.
The whole production team agrees to just covering your games. That would be amazing. So, I was talking about the lack of lockdown for Aster. Like, that doesn't seem to be a thing here for IG. You got Dragon Tail, you can leash up with the Pounce, X Torrent, Brain Sap, Fiend's Grip. Like, there's a lot of options for IG to really,
The battle begins.
really screw up Aster.
Oh, they're gonna get 3 runes. Ollie manages to sneak one away.
Take some harassment from Bobica. He's got Brain Sap, so all this harassment's for naught.
He wants the
And
boar.
he's just gonna go
'cause
for
it
the
gives so
boar.
much XP.
And he realized that. Oh, and there's the Brain Sap.
That's actually really good. Like, look at his XP all of a sudden. Like, he just gets 60 out of the way to level 2. You really can't be feeding these boars away in this lane. Like, they give so much.
And once that Brain Sap's level 2, the boars will be level 2. I'm a bit more health, but still, Ollie might be able to take care of them a little bit easier.
But the
I
Shaker
just don't
does
see what they do to Fly. I really don't understand what they're going to do to slow him down.
Shaker's going to body block the small camp as well, just to stop the Bane from pulling. So, if this lane equilibrium is so good, and they get another boar kill as well.
What's the build right now for Slark? Because he hasn't actually been picked up in this event so far. He's got a bunch of stacks on that Essence Shift. They actually need to start being careful around him.
Yeah, they have the boar just constantly poking with them. There was this massive creep wave, so Slark was taking damage as well. But this lane equilibrium is really good. Like, this lane's pushing in super hard on the Radiant side, which is exactly what they want. Like, if you keep the lane equilibrium in the same place all the time, the Slark's just gonna, like, he's gonna be in a really good spot because he can just keep chunking away at you. Like, there's never like too many creeps. You have to like mess around with the lane.
So that'll put them at level 2. Now you've got the Nightmare available. But XSS, like, do you want to keep trading here?
Look at this creep wave. Like, why are they fighting into this? They're losing so much health on IG.
Do they have salves? Actually, Sark has no regen.
Yeah.
I don't think Ollie's going to want to pop that salve for himself.
And now he has to farm under the tower with all these creeps when he's got no regen, right? And so Beastmaster can just come and pressure him if he really wants to.
Ooh, good fissure. They just didn't... Okay, they didn't take advantage of it, though. Still, look at this. Yeah, look at this creep wave. I'm praising Fly, but at the same time, like, I think
Ollie's dead.
Yeah, he's just dead. And if they don't... Oy, God.
Oh, nice by XSS. He wakes himself up with the ball.
So now they're going to go for 5-5. If they land the fissure on the end, they almost get both.
But I don't understand why... Like, this early trading didn't work when they were fighting under, like, 6 creeps, right? It's just not good. Like, Slark's CSing fine, but... Okay, Bane brought him herself. That's good. Now he might actually be able to lay. But you see, because they messed the lane equilibrium up so much one way, it now like starts pushing back massively the other way. If he only gets this pull off here, this is amazing for him. Yeah. He might have to try and pull it with the boar or something. I don't know. Oh no, he's going to lose a whole wave. This is pretty bad. Our site's going to get all the XP under tower as well. How's bot lane going though?
Bot lane is not amazing for TV at the moment, but you know, now second Metamorphosis comes in, so He'll try to farm. Queen of Pain taking a whole bunch of damage from Emo. But won't
4-minute
try
rune,
to go with the X and the Torrent. So yeah, 4-minute rune. Torrent comes in. This might potentially be a kill here on the Fade. He tries to run after throwing the Fissure, but they do have the X, and Tidebringer will allow Emo to get the kill. So that works out really well for the Kunkka.
Yeah, the Queen of Pain does get the rune though, so at least they get something in return. Like, obviously it's not as valuable, but makes their laning stage a little bit easier. Flyfly's just taking damage, by the way, on this. Like, I don't know what he's supposed to do here. He has no regen.
They want to go for Flyfly.
But it's still like, it stops him from getting to the wave and farming here. Like, he's losing more HP. It's like throwing spells on him is still never.
Clarity back to full mana for the Earthshaker. They blink forward with Chuan. Try to rotate and get a kill on a Flyfly. He's been salved up again. That's a long rotation for the Queen of Pain, keeping the lane open for Kunkka, who's now level 6.
Worthy tribute.
And TP's back to lane, but I don't know if I like that movement. I mean, obviously I would have liked him more if he gotten the kill, but now not doing so wastes a little bit of time and allows Emo to kind of get more ahead in this lane. And he's having the best time at the moment, 34-2.
Yeah, but like, it feels so good to play this Kunkka. Like, ever. Like, it's so easy just to farm, yeah, and like, when he's playing against this Queen of Pain, normally most heroes really struggle with regen and things, but look, he just X TPs himself back to base, and he gets a free bottle refill. It's like, this 4-minute rune, like, all the active runes are so important for Chuan to get. Because if he doesn't get them...
Up top, Ollie on the run from XSS. And we've got Flyfly nearby thinking about going in. I'm surprised they didn't commit for Ollie. Sorry to cut you off there.
Sorry, in all fairness though, this sucks getting a lot of XP up in the top lane though. Like, the fact that he's level 5 and Bane's level 4, there must have been a lot of boar deaths in this lane. It's actually going really well for them.
And the experience, look at the experience graph right now. Flyfly taking a lot of damage again on shortstop. But look at how many. Ooh, Emo. I think he's just dead here to the Shadow Strike, and they're trying to get the denial. Kaka.
I scream bloody murder.
What a disaster! Oh no.
Could have had it.
So DK's going to start pushing in this bot lane here because he's about to hit level 6 and he has a catapult as well. So like, somebody has to come and defend this. SCCC's got like no HP and no mana, like he can't go. So I mean, Oracle's going to come over here, but I don't know if he can kill the catapult. And this is really bad for Aster. Like, somebody has to come here.
So XSS now level 6, he's got Primal Roar, but Flyfly, he's 6, yeah. So this lane should get a little bit easier for him.
Queen of Pain's going to TP, like, this is fine, but they lost half HP on the tower, just for no reason. Because this rotation's so slow.
JT's almost got Helm of the Dominator. Helm of the Iron Will, early, we were talking about how good that is. You know, that extra armor and extra HP regen, that stacked with the fact that he's got Dragon's Blood, like.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is
I'm not sure why he's going Helm with Dom, like, maybe because they have the boars as well. Like,
they're gonna go for him. Dragon Tail comes out, SCCC with the Metamorphosis. They've got the kill with Purifying Flames. They've slept up the TB, but it's only just supports down here until Emo finally shows up. But I don't think he's come in time to really make anything happen.
They might get the TB.
Yeah, he moved up. I'm a bit surprised on that, but they don't take advantage.
Now it's getting to this point in the lane where, like, XSS can just bully the slot. Like, these boars do so much damage. Like, he's really struggling to sustain in the lane. Like, he has level 6 now, which is fine. But XSS is just going to keep pushing the wave out here and then going back into the jungle and farming, or he can just push the tower, do whatever he likes.
Clear sailing now.
Bot lane
Torrent boat on the TB with the Icarus dive. They've got the damage. Can they get the kill? Not in time. Sunder used on the emo. And that'll send IG packing on this attempt.
I don't know what they were expecting to happen there, though. Like, they know the Oracle sat behind him, right? He showed before.
It's not awful. I mean, Ghost Ship's, what, 80-second cooldown? And did he have an Arcane read on?
I think he
Yeah,
did,
so, you know, now it's only 20 seconds away, and Sunder again is 84 seconds. So if you can find the TB again, it's not like he'll have that opportunity to do that if you find him in the right timing.
Maybe they raw top.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll go for the
Radiant's
Slark.
bottom tower is
Fly, Sonic Wave, and the Fissure. Get that kill.
Dire's top tower
They need a.
is under
I mean, they have a
attack.
ward up here on the Dire side. Actually, I'm not sure how.
Radiant's bottom tower
Did the
has
Queen of Pain just
fallen.
blink in or something? Or did he just not spot her under the ward?
Must have just blinked in.
Invisibility.
I didn't exactly see it till towards the end.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they do take that bot tier 1 though. On the
And they're
Dire
gonna
side,
lose
and
the
they-
top tier 1
Dire's
though.
top tower has
Just
fallen.
trade. DK might try and get some more damage on this mid tier 1. There's another catapult wave here now, right?
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under
So they got
attack.
the Cobalt Foreman. So they've got extra movement speed.
I
Alright.
don't know what that glyph was about on the radiant side there. That was weird. I think they just lose their tower here.
Radiant's
I mean, the
middle
Cobalt's actually
tower
really
is
good.
under attack.
Like,
Radiant's middle
the
tower
speed bonus
has
it gives
fallen.
you, it feels really nice when you play. Like, this DK has no boots at the moment, right? And he's sitting on 350 movement speed. Like,
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle
rapid.
tower is under attack.
almost as fast as the crate.
397 movement speed. Cobalt had 476, but now he'll dominate the Tormentor.
So Slark's going jumps, which is like the big carry item this patch. They feel so good to buy. And I actually think this is the first Beastmaster game we've seen, by the way, that actually feels like massively impactful.
Yeah, he's done a lot to slow down Fly, but as we say that, he's going to get got on by Fly, who won't be able to get the kill, but at least pushes him away a little bit. Although, as he does that, it's like, look at the damage he's taking.
But he can just heal back up again, like the Beastmaster can't.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely fine. I think he's going Vlad's on the Beastmaster as well.
We haven't seen Slark yet this event. This is the first time we've seen him picked. Is it Silver Edge for him? He's going
Yeah, so-
casual Blitz Knuckles right now.
Yeah, so Blitz Knuckles builds into Shadowblade now, right?
Yeah.
And this Silver Edge at some point in the game is like what he'll eventually go for, I imagine. Like, but casual Blitz Knuckles arm so much, and it's really good at building the stacks up against heroes as well because it gives you so much attack speed for like. It's like really value attack speed basically.
Oh my god, look at these boars. And then trying to harass and make sure he can't get that passive on with the Hawk going over towards the tower, or where the tower once stood. We'll say JT, he's farming really well. He's top of the net worth right now.
He can just keep popping on, like chipping away at these towers whenever he likes.
Yeah.
I think the
Radiant
next rotation by
structures
Kunk is
are
going to be the big one. What
fortified.
does he have coming out in the courier? Oh, you went Armlet. Okay. So now he has his first actual item on the Kunkka. He's pretty strong. So it'll be interesting to see what he does now. Yeah, they're going to smoke up.
Radiant's bottom tower
And they smoke
is
up on
under
Aster
attack.
as well.
Does he have Orchid queued next? Nothing queued just yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I actually would have quite liked to have seen the
Dire's
Orchid.
structures are fortified.
He
But the
can
problem is
still
if you
go
don't
for it,
catch
but I would have
Oracle-
won him first.
Yeah, if you don't catch Oracle with it though, like, the
Dire's
save's
middle
really hard to
tower
play
is under
against.
attack.
Cockeye Icarus dive, forced into the Supernova, and I'm not certain that's going to go off. Yeah, that just explodes. Fissure from a distance to stop JT's TP. He'll use the Breathe Fire. Satyr throws out the Shockwave, but Well, JT surrounded by 4. He'll end up dying, so 2 kills there. However,
Yeah.
TB, he ends up dead over in the triangle. Towards
They use
top.
the grip on the TV. Just follow up with the boat and everything
Radiant's
as well.
top tower is under attack.
And they rotate 4 heroes bottom. They get the TV up top, so that opens up the top part of this map for Fly to really make up some farm. TP over Fade and
Radiant's
walk
top
over this
tower is under
Oracle, but
attack.
nobody else is here just yet. And now, are they gonna go for this? Okay.
The thing is, like, if he ever sees the taunt coming out, he can just cast the Fate's Edict, and he's never going to take any magic damage. I don't like this skill build on Bane, by the way. I guess the pure damage is, like, really good up against the TV, which is nice, but, like, most of the time we see 2, maybe 3 points in Brains up, and then you max Nightmare as well.
Top Sonic Wave. These silence Purifying Flames. Fly getting caught top by the tower, and they bring 4 up here.
Like,
Or,
at the moment on
3
IG,
up
what
here.
they're doing is they record just running the map, and they're not playing together. So, like, even though they were ahead early on, like, the Aster lineup have actually been making moves across the map. Like, their cores are linking up together when they need to as well. And especially now with this, we're trying to have an Orchid on the Queen of Pain. If these 3 cores all just keep farming separately on IG, they're going to keep getting picked off. And unfortunately, this Slark I think, is priority number 1.
It's got Blink Dagger already. Jeez.
Yeah.
Question is, how does Fly like make up the time and space? Like, he's so far behind. He's so far behind the top, but actually, when I look at him between him and the TB, it's not terrible.
Yeah, he's not doing, like,
Dire's
awfully,
top
but...
tower
Fissure?
is under attack.
Hits on a 2, and JT, he's been caught again. They're going to get this kill into the DK, and, I mean, now he's been slowed down quite a bit. Sitting second on the net worth. He really hasn't been able to do too much, but Emo, he's going into the BKB after this Armlet. I'm surprised no Orchid. But, again, like we said, if you don't get the Oracle, it doesn't feel as good. Blink Echo. And now they've got the Primal Roar with the Fissure and the Metamorphosis TB. And another pickoff. This continues for Aster as they link up around the map.
Dire's middle tower
This is what I mean, though.
under attack.
They're like, also chilled out on IG. Like, they're all just taking turns dying. And they're losing the map.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
CCC almost has the Manta.
Yeah, and at that point, it's like, where's their lockdown for the TB, right? Like, they have DK Stun, they have X Torrent, but with the Bobigus playing really well on this Oracle, and like with this magic resistance, feels like nobody's ever dying. Sleep bot lane as well.
Yeah, but they've got Fade. Flea.
Oh, he did the grip.
I don't know if he would have helped it long.
They're coming over. I don't think they probably would have, but
Yeah.
Ring of Aquila for the TB as well. Nice.
And an Claw. You're just gonna find Kaka.
Radiant's top
Juan
tower
and Fade.
is under attack.
I just don't.
Continuing to come together.
I don't
Radiant's
know
top
what
tower
IG's game
has
plan is
fallen.
here. It feels like they're not a team. Like, no, it looks like nobody's shot calling, right?
At least right now, yeah. Orchid. And they're gonna chase. Fortune's End, a lot of damage, and they've got the Sentry. And this goes into the Shadow Dance and TP's out.
He had no mana for the Sonic Wave on Queen of Pain, otherwise I think the Slark dies there.
Big that he stays alive, though.
Maybe when this Kunkka gets BKB, they can try and fight around that, but... don't know. It feels like it's not going to make a difference because this Slark still isn't really a hero. He's not a team fighting hero. He's like a pick-off skirmish kind of hero.
CCC is starting to catch up to the Kunkka. BKB's finished for Emo. I would assume Fly is going for the full Silver Edge. Midas for Kaka. Okay.
Honestly, considering how IG are playing this game, I actually think that's fine. They must have made like an effort to say that, you know, we don't think we can fight early on here. Let's just keep farming on everybody. And maybe they think like if all of our 3 cores just keep farming, we can win this in the late game.
If they can get TB, I think this would be a very big kill, but he's towards top, and I don't think they're going to find him. They don't even find anybody with this smoke.
Yeah, well read by Aster.
Horn of the realm.
So finally, TV takes over the top spot in the net worth.
Radiant structures.
2,600 gold, not spent on anything just yet, and he's gonna go BKB.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, we've been seeing a lot of Scardies this game, but I don't think it's good here. I think he just has to go BKB to try and fight into them. It's like Kunkka DK slot. There's so much magic damage and like random hope that comes through. Because if he goes BKB, they're basically forced to have to grip him every single fight. Which, when there's an Oracle on the team as well, it's not easy to do. Oh, they are going to get a tier 2 here though on IG.
Yeah, nobody coming over.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A bit lax from Aster to let that go.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Sanj finished for JT. He's going into the Heaven's Halberd. He's got Blink as well as the Helm of the Dominator. Kunkka, we saw, got that BKB, and now Emo's going straight into the Daedalus afterwards, which I think is fine.
Dire's top
And
tower is under
you know, the
attack.
game's close. Like, we're talking about how IG seem kind of like they're playing 5 different games of Dota and not playing together, but at the same time, like, Aster haven't exactly taken advantage too much.
And my problem is that this BKB's just picked up, Queen of Pain's just picked up BKB, Beastmaster's just picked up BKB, and TB's almost got his as
Dire's
well.
courier
So, like,
has been killed.
they need to make a move here on Aster, I think, like, straight away. Yeah, they pop a smoke as soon as the Queen of Pain has hers and the Beastmaster as well.
Phoenix is losing out on that tome, so he's not going to have level 2 Supernova, and that's pretty significant.
They really want to find a pickup around the Roche pit here so they can just move into it afterwards. That's why they're playing up towards where the TB is as well. Because he's a big Roche taker, right?
Both outposts here for IG
Radiant's
as well.
middle tower is under attack.
And Silver Edge a couple hundred gold.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
That one
Radiant's
That
bottom
one attempt
tower
up
is
top
under
where
attack.
there wasn't enough mana for the Queen of Pain for the Sonic Wave
Dire's
feels like
top tower
Fly
is
just
under
has
attack.
a brand new game because of that.
It feels like it's forever ago as well.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't been touched since.
Dire are scanning.
So it gives 40 damage.
MKB
worth-
next for the TV.
Is it worth building the Silver Edge instead of just keeping the Shadow Blade and the Echo Saber separate? What are you just the cooldown goes down right slightly, I think. I can't remember. Also, side note, I really hate that on this item now you can't see what the cooldown left on your Echo Saber is. Because it only shows the cooldown of the active.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how they would ever change that. I don't think they can.
You know, it lowers the cooldown on the Shadow Walk from 28 to 22, so that goes down by 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to force the BKB, but now it's time for Fly to be the one on the run.
I just think the later this game goes, like TB farms more and more, and he becomes more of a problem. But I think IG actually read the game right. Like the Queen of Pain and the Beastmaster don't scale massively well, right? It's all in on the TB. So maybe they feel like they can deal with TB in the late game. I don't know if they can. I guess if Slark was like had 2,000 more net worth, then maybe it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But
Throw the Primal Roar out, but Nightmare, is it enough to keep him alive to get the Supernova off? No. Now they look after JT. They did pop the BKB on XSS. They have the Fissure to block JT. He's in a little bit of trouble. The blink forward from Fade. Echo Sun committed. Now the silence onto the Slark. Sonic Wave, Nightmare, Firefly still fighting, but 4 heroes, 5 heroes around him, and they've got themselves the Sentry. Ollie goes down, Firefly, he'll fall. That's 4 dead. And Aster with a really perfect fight. That is... that was really split up from IG.
yeah, I mean the Phoenix dies without getting any spells off, right? Like right at the start of the fight, it just turns into like a one.
Emo? What?
He can't kill him. Like he's Invis, right?
He initiated that and popped his own BKB for that.
But this is what I mean. Like the Slark has Silver Edged Drums of Endurance, and like he can't do anything in the fight. This team smashes him to pieces at the moment. I don't know what Flyfly's supposed to be doing here. Like if Flyfly had items, it would be fine. Like if he had a BKB or something in that fight, right? But this Silver Edge, it's like it's really good pick off and everything, but the game's not being played like that. The Slark feels so out of place.
Now he's going Sanj and Yasha. See, now JT's going Ags, but we're going to see a lack of damage from him as top Fiend's Grip, Dragon Tail, damage out on XSS. They'll get the kill. That is the first bit of permanent agility that Flyfly has gotten this game.
He's in 0, 3, and 1 actually. But, I mean, they've got 3 kills on IG. Like, they've just farmed the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily that means they can't win the game like that, but jeez, he almost has MKB on TB as well. He's pretty farmed.
Could have been going Shivas.
I assume he's still gonna go back for that Skadi on the TB.
Do they have the full data list coming in for Ema?
Unless he changed his mind.
Yeah, and going Crystallis in AC. By the way, they just have a Tome of Knowledge sitting in their base.
Echo Slam?
Sonic Wave with the Fissure. Oh, the Nightmare! Is that enough? Oh my god, Ollie. He might die here, but he saved the Slark.
Yeah, and they get the Queen of Pain BKB charge out of it as well. I mean, they'll probably lose their tier 2, but...
Wow.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
yeah. Keeping the Slark alive.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah, try and
attack.
cut the wave.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They have vision here, though.
I think they just keep going, though. Do they not? Like, they have Aegis as well.
Dire's
DK full ult
Fissure.
ran out.
Yeah, they're gonna find him
Radiant
again, but
structures are
they
fortified.
can't keep up with the Slark.
I'm honestly not sure why they chased him. I think they should have just been hitting tier 3s. Just being together. I think Slark's in trouble as well.
Well, they're still going for him, and he's silenced. If they kill Flat, like,
Sound of
I don't...
okay.
Yeah.
and body.
How many times was he gonna attempt to do that?
Who knows?
Just giving up Slark's, like, Ollie saved you, and then to give your life up like that.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And they're just going to start playing around their team
Dire's
now.
bottom
And that's
tower
it.
is under
He's the
attack.
big boy with the Aegis.
Dire's bottom
There
tower
goes the tier
has
2
fallen.
bottom.
Have we seen an egg this game?
Just one, and it died bottom.
Oh. I really hope JT doesn't go for this axe as well. Like, I understand the status resistance
Radiant's
and
top
things
tower
is nice,
under
but
attack.
I don't know. Like, how many times have I said to you this before? Like, I don't mind the DKs. I feel like there's better choices.
Mm-hmm. Lotus Orb for Kaka. He's cashing in on the Midas, like he's caught up to the Earthshaker.
Dire are scanning.
They come all the way towards top, scan out, and don't find anything.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now they're gonna get wrapped on. This is really bad. Ooh, fade. Double dust coming in. Fortune's End, they'll purge that off. They've got the boat flying through. That'll hit, but Primal Roar onto the Phoenix once again, so no Supernova. Metamorphosis pop. Fly in trouble. He needs to run. He'll go after the Oracle, but the Echo Slam committed. And, Torrent on the 3. Sonic Wave Throne Falls Promise keeps alive the Oracle. BKB's been popped by XSS. The Fissure hits on a Fly as well as with the Blink Forward as well as the Scream. They'll get the kill on the Sark. They look over at JT now. Down goes the DK and Bane. 4-0 again in the favor of Aster. IG just can't do anything.
They have no team fight, like, apart from the... Well, they do. They have the boat and they have the egg, but they both just die straight away. Like, ever since the TB got BKB, I haven't seen how he's ever going to die. Like, at any point.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
This is the best Aster's looked all event. This game.
Yeah. I think IG have looked so poor, though, this game.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't tried to do anything.
He's got the X, but oh my god, the Sunder and the damage, like he's just dead.
But he thinks he's fine because he can just X and blink in, right? But really well played by Fade with the instant Fissure and the Orchid from Chuan as well. And they're just going to lose 2 sets of racks. Like, what do they do?
So Kunkabai is back. That'll slow down his data list. JT. Lotus Orb on him, thanks to Kaka. Kaka moving forward. He's got Supernova. Fiend's Grip committed on the XSS, but there's the False Promise. So he's just allowed to TP away.
Oh my god.
They can't get anything on IG. And I really thought this lineup would pan out for them.
Well, yeah. And I think this Oracle's just been doing, like, insane amounts of work in these fights. Like, they can't kill anybody because Bobuka has to die first, right? In these fights. And they're not finding him, ever.
No.
And so, like, it feels like every time they find, like, somebody like the Shaker, they're like, oh yeah, this is a really good pick-off. And they completely forget that this Oracle just completely negates it. Whew. He has Roar, but couldn't quite get in range. Like, who's supposed to go on the Oracle? Like, I guess DK or Slark can, but if he has Glimmer Cape, he has Force as well. And Bobuka's been putting himself in really good positions all the time. There's a Titan Sliver for TB as well. Wasn't difficult enough already. Here's Daedalus MKB. Jesus.
Yeah. He is so farmed. Blink, Primal Roar. Kaka dead again. He's had one Supernova this entire game. And we do end up getting the 3-2 too.
Nice. I didn't even realize.
Oh, blink forward from JT, but look, just look at that damage, and Sark's just dead. GG.
What? I literally have no idea what's happened this game. Like, wow. This game was insane. Like, IG just didn't do anything the whole game. They were just
they just farmed.
And eventually they just lost every team fight. I feel like if you're... Every team's the first move in Dota, it usually ends up going well. Like, because you force the other team to react. Like, you usually take them by surprise the first time, right? And IG felt like every time a fight kicked off here, they were never the ones making the move. Like, they were always having to react to it every single time. And Aster were just in a position, they were so set up, like, everything was ready for them. And they just had 3 cores this game on IG that all just did their own thing the whole game. It looked like, you know, like sometimes you have like a group of friends, right?